This is it, folks. Here at the Glass Academy, Annealer reveal time. We are streaming on both Facebook and the YT. So whoever's out there in whatever universe, whether it's the metaverse or the Snailverse or the plants in your home in a custom-made plant pot verse, it's pretty cool. So welcome to the show. This is our short and sweet special. Try and give you a little bit of time to log in. I'm seeing the numbers growing. We're up to about 25 now. People are loading in during work hours. This is work hours for us. It seems like every day is work hours for us, which is fun. We love what we do, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's the middle of the day on Thursday. Maybe you guys are catching it at lunch break. Maybe you're watching in Australia and this is 6 a.m. for you. Maybe you're watching in some other place, but I'd love to see it in the chat if you are watching from somewhere other than here in Dearborn, Michigan. We are the Gathering Point. We stream handmade custom drinkware, kitsch products, slugs, snails, squids, anything that's really cool and really sweet. And I'm here to talk about what happened on Tuesday's show. Behind me we've got the shop. It's all cooled down. We weren't blowing any glass today. We're going to be doing a little bit later on. We've got a happy hour tonight. So we've got about 5 customers coming in to get custom mugs made. They're all going to sit right here, hang out with us, BYOB. We're going to make some products with them. The other option for getting custom drinkware done is having it on the live show and doing exactly that, except having hundreds of people. And usually you look back at the videos, we get an average of 2,500 people watch our shows each week, and you can get something custom made just like 2 of our amazing customers did a couple days ago on Tuesday, and have it being made in front of your eyes at your house. Have your friends and family join and watch it from wherever they're at, and it's a pretty cool experience. We love doing custom work like that, so that's what it's all about. And I'm here to talk about it today. I got the comments up right here. I got our products out. I'll take a look at the comments and go through this real quick. I see Karen, Patty, Mary, classic Mary, Jennifer's here, Linda's here, Pammy, a lot of familiar names. Carlin, Linda looking good. Hello to everybody out there. Jennifer's from Texas. I didn't really realize that. That's pretty darn awesome. I thought Jennifer was from Canada, but maybe I'm mixing them up. Eggs yet for Easter, Patty? We have made a few eggs yet. We're gonna have a signature egg this year, but we're also focusing on a brand new product that is our springtime product that I'm gonna be showing off in a second. We got some new colors coming through. Made a bunch yesterday, getting super excited. We got Carlin. Carlin's sitting there with Scoob, her sweet lizard that hangs out and watches the shows with her. That's super cool. A good day to everybody. Prince Edward Island. Jody, what's happening? To get into the Annealer reveal, we've got quite a few things that happened on the show, a couple things that happened and are happening outside of the show. If you have any questions, please shoot them in the chat here, as you know how to do it. Toss those snail emojis in there, Linda, and we'll keep on with the show. But please ask questions. I love to watch. I love to interact with you all as we're doing it. And if you're watching the show tomorrow or this evening when you're back from work, you can always still reach out to us on the website and or catch us on the next show. But please don't be shy, folks. So first things first, we started off the show by using one of the most beautiful recycled blues we've had in quite a while, and I made an all, kind of to play into the next piece that was going to be made by Chris, I made an all recycle mug right here, and this guy turned out really clean. You see the optic twists going on the sides there, optic twist handle. I'm going to bring it up and show you guys the detailed shot of it, as I'll do with everything. But this guy turned out super clean. Look at the handle, the shape of the handle. That's the best shape of the handle for me to get my hand in there of any handle that comes together. That's usually what I'm shooting for right there. And look at the foot on this. It's like a flower foot. We call it the flower foot. Look at the petals on that with the light bouncing off of it. That went on really clean too. I really only ever do those feet when it's either clear or recycle, something coming straight from the furnace, because it needs to be super hot so that I've got the time to squish all these indents. I pat it down with the metal, which is then cooling that thick glob of glass. Then I pinch it all the way around, crimp it, I might say, and by that time it's cooling down even more. So then you got to get in there with the jacks and push out to give it that flare. And then Chris at that time was paddling the bottom at the same time, and it just has to be, you have to be very pointed with what you're doing, very intentional, and do it fast. Just like putting on handles. You get one shot to do it. If you don't do it right, or your assistant squishes too hard at first, one little mistake in this can really cause that foot to be an issue. But I just saw the way at the time that that foot had gone on there, and it was hot. Chris was bringing it over nice and soupy and perfectly symmetrical, and I just kind of went for it, and it turned out really clean. But let me know what you think about this blue. This was the last batch that we used this blue. It was the lowest spot of the furnace, so we've recharged the furnace. I just charged it up yesterday. We've got a brand new assistant in the shop, folks. You're gonna see him eventually. He worked with me all Tuesday before the show. His name is Matt, and he was a pastry chef with his family, and now he's trying to get into glass blowing, and he's got really good hands, and I'm teaching him up. We've got 2 assistants now, Brandon and Matt, and they're doing a really good job. So a shout out to him. He helped me, and I taught him how to charge up the recycle furnace yesterday. So that one was super cool. And that one was sold. I got the order right here. It's for Christine Penn, and she's got quite a few. I think it's mostly drinkware if I'm not mistaken, but I do know she's got quite a few pieces. So shouts out to Christine. She may not be live right now watching, but that's a beautiful piece of the last pull of the recycle tank. So that's super cool. Purple and white are looking beautiful, pretty, gorgeous, beautiful. What's happening, Sherry, watching on YouTube? Big shouts out to our amazing VIP supporters. We got Scott in the house. Scott's gonna be seeing his pieces in just a second. I'm going in chronological order here. So up next is going to be this ridiculous piece. And this was made by Chris for Bill for his 65th birthday. These guys are over in Florida. They're huge supporters of ours, and he got, I think it was either his first or his second, I think it was his first custom order on the show last night. And this piece, I'm gonna show you the detail, but you see the beautiful blue, the deep blue down in the foot there, almost turns purple because of the reflection off of this purple dragon with wings on the side of the mug. So take a look at it. Look at this thing. This is truly a one-of-a-kind. It got Chris all riled up and excited. He was just loving the opportunity to make this. The trick with making this is look how thin the neck is and the connection to the piece, and then how thick the belly gets. It's super proportionate and super nice detailed dragon. He put tail fins on it. He's got wings on it. He's got ears. He's got the total snout that could be sending out flames at any moment. 2 black eyes, and then a little bit of a mane up here. And then it goes just really nice with that deep blue. Look at the deepness of the blue down there. Super clean foot. When he was making this on Tuesday, I spoke about the fact that he puts it on there so easy and so creamy that it goes on nice and easy, and he just gently rounded it out, pushed it on there, and it comes out beautifully symmetrical and smooth when you're doing it that way. I will say there were a couple comments we saw with all this decoration on the side of the piece here. People were wondering how this was going to be held and how you're going to hold this mug. And I'll show you, there's 2 different options. This one actually works really well. You get 1 finger right in the bottom, and you're leveraging it right on the bottom of the mug. You could totally be drinking just like this, and or when you have such decoration like this, there's nothing wrong with holding it like a classic tumbler, holding it on the other side, keeping your piece out, showing it off a little bit, and then drinking from the open side. And that's a pretty nice feel to it. It's a beautiful piece. It's a one-of-a-kinder for sure for Bill. And I'm not sure, he's not watching right now. I haven't seen his name yet, but he is a huge follower of ours, him and his wife, and a big happy birthday to him because this was a pretty darn nice piece. You know it's a sweet one when you get Chris excited. He's all jacked up, and he told me after the show he wanted to make some of those for the gallery. And if he's going to have time to do that, I don't know. And I said, go ahead, Dad, but eventually he'd love to do that because he gets real excited about it. Yeah, Pammy, the planters are looking good. I'm making my way there. Scoob's loving the bearded dragon. Christine, you got a good one. Amazing dragon mug, turned out beautiful. Yeah, yep. Yep, that's a pretty sweet one, folks. So appreciate your love on that one. Moving along, I know Scott's waiting, and I know you all have been seeing the color going on these two pieces right here. These are another beautiful set of one-of-a-kinders. I'm gonna grab each of them and show you them up close. This is the one, let's see, which was the one I made on the show? This one. So this was the first one we made, and the colors on this, Scott wanted the perps and he wanted white. And we gave it the super swirl. Look at that, swirl's insane. It's up to Scott to decide which side's gonna be facing outward, which side's gonna be facing towards whatever else he's got going on in his house. But two beautiful handles on it. He sent me a picture of the style of plant pot holder he wanted, and then we kind of replicated it from that. I've got written on here, custom 2022, show number 156. And of course you got a hole that we bore into the bottom while it was hot so that you can let that water evaporate and not get moldy down there. Folks, Scott is an avid plant champion at home, and so am I. I've got a lot of plants, so does my mom. We got a lot of plants around the studio as well, so we can relate to this really well. What we can't relate to is that there's a beautiful sentimental attachment onto these pieces, and these have to do with his mother, who's since passed away, and she is going to be living inside these, and he's going to be looking at them, thinking of these. These are about his mom, who he shared the love of plants with, and they're going to have them in his house and grow some beautiful things out of it, I'm sure, and think of his mom, and think of the Glass Academy and us every time he looks at that, and the beautiful bond that we have in creating custom orders like that. It's a super cool thing, whether it's a birthday for Bill or something even more sentimental like that, to add some sort of level to a custom order. It's a really fun thing for us. Maybe fun's the wrong word, but it just means more to us when we do something like that, and it's a really cool opportunity. So these turned out really beautiful. I'll show this guy off, the second one, made to match. They're each a little bit organic and a little bit unique in their own way. This one's perhaps a little lighter in color. We did speak about having transparency in it. White on one side, purple on the other side on this one. A little bit of transparency so you can see the roots growing in the piece, and that's a beautiful thing that Scott loves and I love as well, seeing the growth of a plant and seeing it from underneath where you normally don't see what is going on down low. So that's pretty darn cool. Couple beauties there. Scott, I know you were on here. Hope you're doing all right out there. Everything was beautiful about those pieces, and I don't know where that feather went. I think it's already in the shipping area, but Scott ironically won the giveaway on that show on Tuesday. That same night he got these custom ordered. That's his second or third custom order, and to have him win the giveaway at the same time, I know he enters every single week, is pretty cool, and that's maybe saying something about the beauty of that custom order. Super cool. Thank you guys, appreciate the love. If you want to see any more detail on any of these, let me know before the show's over, and I'll hold it up for you again, and we can zoom in on something if you like. Scott, love it, love those flames as well. But I'm going to move on from the pieces here. What was the last thing that we actually did make on the show was the giveaway. And this was something I had not seen Chris ever make before. He did say on the show how it was like a 20-year-old design. This is super cool. He spoke about the layering of the color. So what I'm going to show you up close here is how you've got white on the back, you've got green, but it's encased. And we talk about this adventuring green. I made a nest bowl with it maybe 3 or 4 shows ago, and you've got to encase that green color, otherwise it doesn't bring out the actual sparkle in it. So the way he did this was put the green on first, blew a bubble out, and then cut the bubble open in order to show the interior and show that blingin' adventuring green. Let's see how close I can get it to show you that detail. Let's see if it'll focus. A little bit tough to catch the sparkles, but you can kind of see them up in this petal here, a little bit on the back petal, and then you got a beautiful gold. Look at the light behind it. What are those called? The middle of the flower. It's not the pupil, it's the bulbous or something like that. Bulbasaur. Who knows? But that's a really cool giveaway. That one's signed as well. That's gonna be, that's the, what is it? The pistol, that's right. The pistol of the flower. Thank you, Sam. That's pretty cool. So the pistol of the flower, we're learning the anatomy, and that's a sweet giveaway. That's one of a kind. Haven't seen ever, I've never seen one of those made before. So that could possibly be an upcoming product if we hear enough demand for it as well. And that person's gonna get the giveaway next week. They answered the giveaway question from Tuesday's show. You send that to enews@glassacademy.com, and that is how you enter in for next week on the show live, the drawing for that flower. Super cool. Oh boy, the adventuring snail, uh-oh. Two other things, that was the show right there. We've got the experimental show coming up this Sunday for more glass blowing, and then Tuesday, of course, we're live. It'll be show 157 on Tuesday, but two more things to talk about before we get moving along here. And the first thing is, as you've been talking about, these lovely little snails, and we debuted them on the show. There's gonna be 5 different tribes of snails, just like we've done with slugs, like we've done with gnomes. When we come out with a brand new product that we're proud of and we're excited to reveal, we're gonna build it up a little bit. So we showed you the 5 different tribes on the show on Tuesday, and if you missed that, go back and watch that because they're pretty darn cool and they've got great themes, a wide spectrum of snail. And we're going to be making them available for purchase, I believe, next week. No, pre-sales are next week. So we'll be making those. You can purchase your pre-sales. That allows us to know you get guaranteed a first spot at the first set of each of the tiers that we do, of each of the styles of snail that we do. It also allows us to know what's going to be the popular style, what are people more drawn to, and then once we get out our beautiful first batch and you all are part of the first run of snails, then we can go into super production mode and really dial in on what you all have told us that you really like about the snails. So it's a really cool opportunity, and it's a really cool thing to come back and show off the original pieces that you've got. And we've got them down to a science here. I think they're coming out beautifully. I really want to show this one off. This is going to be from the Blossom tribe, folks. And those are going to be bright flowering colors. And just look at that, guys. Look at the proportions of him. Super slimy down here. And he comes up. He's almost got a little a jowl line right there. And look at the eyes on him. Man, these are clean. You got the beautiful optic twist, GA stamp right on the back of the shell. And that's just super clean. Nice ribs. I'll show you these other two. This guy's also from the Blossom tribe, orange and pink. Mostly transparent on this one. This guy's cool. Look at that the shell curling down to the center. Super clean. Nice eyes looking right at you. What the? And then this guy's from the herbivore tribe. These are going to be all greens. We've got a million different greens. They're going to be all green tones. These guys live in the forest, on the floor. And this one actually, if you look up close, I coated it in powder. So you see there's powder kind of in the crevice of the spiral and in each valley of the optics there. So he's got a really crazy herbivorean texture. Look at his eyes too. Super clean. So these are coming out great. We're really excited about them. You cannot race them because they don't actually move. So don't think about it, but you can race them in your minds. And right now the herbivore is leaning. It's because he eats so many greens, healthy greens. The last thing to talk about is the sweet squid I got going on here. I made a couple more squid, and you may have seen it on the Facebook, the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook page. I posted it on some of my personal stuff, and I think we might have mentioned it on the Glass Academy page as well. But these guys, I've got 2 or 3 of them in the Janus Gallery in West Bloomfield here coming up this weekend. It's a beautiful art show for a bunch of local glass artists. If you guys are local, or you're going to be in or around Michigan or Dearborn or Detroit this weekend, it's a beautiful opportunity, and I think it's up for maybe 2 months after the opening reception on this Sunday. But it's a beautiful opportunity for people to come see a lot of local artists Glass is the majority of the medium, and then there's whatever else you want to add into it, but it has to have a glass component. Mine are all glass because that's what I know at this point, but it's getting me kind of into the fine art scene, so I'm pretty excited about that. Sam posted the link to it, which is amazing. Thank you, Sam, so much. You guys can check out that website right there and see if you're available to come check it out. I'll be there on Sunday, probably a little later, maybe around 2:30 or so. But sounds great. Tony missed the gnomes, but don't worry, we got more gnomes. We got gnomes in the gallery. We're gonna eventually get gnomes on the website for you. A specific couple styles that we can recreate that will be available to anybody, and you can always get gnomes custom made and on the show. And every once in a while, we just make one on the show, like St. Patty's Day. And that was a pretty darn cool gnome. So let us know if you got any questions, folks. I'm gonna be signing off. We're gonna have a beautiful day here at the Glass Academy. Like I said, we got a happy hour tonight, custom drinkware, and we're going to be continuing to do what we love the most with the support of you guys and our VIP subscribers on YouTube. I know Chris, I saw some comments in the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook page about Chris's sweet VIP video that went up last week. He's got a huge job that he's putting together, and it's being installed and will be completed by Monday at this local huge corporate building in Ann Arbor. If you want more insider information to see what projects we're working on and some real deep diving information, then sign up for $5 a month, a coffee a month at our YouTube site, and you can support the Glass Academy and what we do. I'll give you a little bit of up close of the squid here. This is the one that didn't make it into the show. The two that did are all white with a bright orange eye, and then I got an all black one. This one, you see the white eye right there. I really like the white eye. It's kind of more subtle, and this one's got gold accents, a little gold texture to it, and a curved bent squid fin. So these guys are pretty cool. We did this, he actually debuted on the experimental show. Was the first time we had made one of these, and then got a lot of love for them. A lot of people were really enjoying them, and then I submitted 4 or 5 different pieces of mine into the show, and the squid is what they wanted, so super cool. Have a beautiful evening, everybody, and get back to work, and we will talk to you all on Sunday. We got some really cool pieces coming up for the Annealer reveal. Excited to show you all what's going on. Let us know if you got questions, and we'll talk to you later.